Well, while
All
we're
we knew
at
was
it, and let's have a little discussion about it, and let me share the screen really quickly. I was going to do a little separate thing on it, but now that we're here, fuck it. So this was like an interesting thing that was posted on Reddit the other day, and then somebody threw it onto our site. Says Howard is done. Report out of Sirius is that Howard is retiring. Will be announced the week after Labor Day. Crew will do a show and a lot of best of. Not sure if that means he won't say goodbye or if there will be limited shows. The
Please be
end
true.
has come. So
Please be true. I'm so
many
ready.
people
Please, dear God, be
decided
true.
no, he would never leave money on the table, like that he would never
He'd
do
have paid
that.
out.
It doesn't seem like him.
How does
No.
this work? How is what this is? Think about what
But-
this show is. It's whatever he wants it to be. He has no performance clause. He has no account. He doesn't even have to have guests at this point. You can't whittle the show down to nothing more than he has. There's no news. It doesn't have to be live.
It's a carcass at this point.
That's pretty good. A carcass.
John, the thing is, to that point, he could probably just run best of because they already paid him for his previous work in the previous contracts.
Right.
Who could say that he just rides the rest of his contract out by using best of?
Right. I mean, it's probably written in. I'm sure Buckwald's got the language in there. Whatever you want to call it, golden shower, parachute thing he might have to get
Golden
out.
shower.
As he wants.
Golden shower. He'd like that.
No, but here's the thing, and it just harkens back to something else that happened to have happened in the course of the last, I don't know, month or so, which was this little thing, and we never really discussed this. About on-air host Howard Stern, and this was a ad that they had placed. SiriusXM and Pandora have joined together to create a position summary: host and develop an entertaining daily morning
show
that incorporates news, music, current events, and pop culture. Conduct studio and telephone interviews with guests and listeners, collaborate with producers, co-hosts, and associate producers to generate interesting show topics and schedule guests that will create lively dialogue that engages the interest of the audience. Write monologues and program topic bullet points to establish and reset the topic each hour for listeners. Articulate viewpoints and personal experiences in a manner that helps the audience feel personal connection to the content. Blah, 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 blah. Supervisory responsibilities, none. Minimum qualifications, bachelor degree or equivalent experience. Must be an excellent communicator, strong in-air presence and voice with impeccable phone skills. Strong interest in events and pop culture as related to assigned channel programs. So it's kind of curious that they would have this on-air host Howard Stern. And what the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Why?
Where
was this found initially,
I just
Monique?
read this the other day. What?
Where was this initially seen? And I remember when this was posted, but where was it actually seen? Like, what was
it on their website? It's on their website,
it's
right?
On Sirius's website?
It's on, if you Google Sirius on-air host, it's one of the things that comes up. It's on like one of the search
bizarre thing to just have floating out there.
So
in the ether.
my question is, has Opie applied for it yet?
Exactly. Like you could get the job. It is a dopey way. I don't even know that it's necessarily a Howard replacement. It's on-air host Howard Stern. Maybe it's something,
a morning show.
I don't know. It's very weird to me. Maybe
he doesn't like any other morning shows.
Maybe he's going to start not waking up in the fucking morning. Maybe he's going to do a show at 3:00 in the afternoon nowadays.
He'll do nothing to cultivate it. He'll kill any guy that's talented or is a threat.
Yeah,
he won't let anybody fill in for him, unlike Jimmy Kimmel, who has a guest host every fucking week during the summer. So it's not like he's going to do anything to cultivate a new host to make the person get acclimated in any way, shape, or form. I don't even know. He's his own worst enemy in that sense.
Rupert Pumpkin. It's also in a note in there that must send staff popcorn tins for Christmas.
Exactly. Mental note. Yeah, so it's interesting. Will Howard retire? Will he not retire? Is what somebody said on Reddit true? I would say
I want that to be true.
If 300 people replied, I would have to say more than 3/4 of them said that is absolute bullshit. He would never leave money on the table. Like some people are saying in the commentary here, maybe they're forcing his hand. I don't know if any of this is true. I have reached out to many, many people and nobody has heard boo about this.
Really?
So I'm not necessarily sure how true it is. It's an interesting theory. I would love to talk about it further on another show, just not tonight. But it is something. It is some food for thought, and we should talk about it for sure.
I wonder if Bubba applied.
Well,
I mean, like, it's got to be a name, right? But it can't be a threat that, like, what is their criteria? I mean, we had a show, Monique, very underrated. We did a Square Table show where we basically went after Howard's replacements, and I threw names out like Alec Baldwin and Bill Maher and Chris Rock.
He shot his chance.
And people like, and there's, so what is their they save a ton of money. I mean, he's going to get paid no matter what, but just in terms of, I don't know what
they'll save so much money getting anybody else in there. Anybody would do that job happily for $1 million a year.
Oh, I know.
Well, I mean,
who could they get? Who is a personality that is on video? Who?
This is totally like out of left field. Conan O'Brien, have you seen his latest podcast now?
No.
It's a video component now.
Yeah, like Sirius already signed him.
Yeah, exactly. So he's been signed.
That's pretty good.
If you look up Conan O'Brien over the last month or so, he does an actual show where he's sitting at a table. Like he just had Audrey Plaza recently, but he has like real, like, legitimate guests, and he sits there with his assistant and the other producer, and they sit there.
Well, that's a really good thought, because I couldn't for the life of me figure out why Sirius needs to hemorrhage money at Conan when he was already doing his own podcast. Like, what did they need him for? You know what I'm saying? Unless maybe he's replacing someone.
I think, I mean, if I was a serious person, and like you have a guy that is refusing to come in, and then now you have Conan's stuff. Fuck it, just slip.
I don't think that there is really a replacement. It's
not a replacement. It's not a replacement per se, because that format's dead.
The
morning stuff is dead.
Something in the morning.
Oh, I agree. I think the morning thing is completely antiquated.
Completely dead.
Like what defines drive time anymore?
I don't know.
You listen to fucking sports.
If you really think about it,
like Jim Rome and shit like that. Other people listen to just the latest news and weather and traffic. Exactly. I mean, is there really a necessity for a full morning show?
Well, how about Limbaugh, Monique? He was on from 12 to 3.
Yeah,
he's the most successful guy.
I agree with you. Replacement? Is this completely something where Howard decides now? Fuck it, I'm just going to do an hour in the afternoon sometime.
No. No.
I'm right here.
Okay, let me know when I can talk. Okay, cool. If you think about it, Conan has been doing his podcast now for roughly 5 years ish, give or take. You think, well, how does his catalog that they just purchased compare to 40-something years of Howard? If you listen to Howard, they only play a couple of years worth of shit now.
Yeah,
they don't. They're never going to play Artie again. They're never going to play Jackie again. They're never going to play any of the Channel 9 audio bits again. It is literally like Lady Gaga is the fucking genesis of that forward is what this show is now.
Why wouldn't it be somebody like Sal and Richard or Gary?
Do that. You know what? Nope. They might give them like a little thing, but like on a
introducing
not a whole channel. There's no way. There's no way.
They're obsessed with names. Once again, they're obsessed with name brands.
The morning format is dead. It's dead.
I agree.
It's like Tower Records and fucking Sam Goody's. It's dead.
Fudgesicle, Jim Norton and Sam Roberts are Buchwald clients. They're not by any means. They're lucky they got re-signed. But the only reason they did get re-signed is because they're Buchwald clients. A lot of people don't know that.
Well, it's food for thought, certainly, and something that we should talk about further if we hear anything about it. And certainly if I hear anything about it, we'll do it as like a little news segment and kind of figure it out. But hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.